Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Charlie State and Naga Munchetty.
Our headlines today.
Councils in England have warned that election staff could be overwhelmed by the introduction of compulsory voter ID. A 21-year-old member of the US Air Force Reserves is being questioned over the leaking of highly classified documents, which revealed intelligence about the war in Ukraine and the US spying on allies.
Jack Teixeira was arrested by the FBI yesterday evening in Massachusetts and is expected to appear in court in Boston later today. Our correspondent David Willis has the story. President Biden will finish his trip to the island of Ireland today with a visit to the town where his ancestors lived.
Yesterday, Mr Biden made a historic address to the Irish Parliament and spoke passionately about his family roots in the country. Our reporter Charlotte Gallagher has more.
Later today, the highest legal body in France will decide whether President Macron's controversial pension reform plans can become law.
The bill, which would raise the pension age from 62 to 64, was forced through without a parliamentary vote, triggering weeks of protests. Last night, hundreds of thousands of demonstrators took to the streets in cities across the country. As Yetunde Yusuf reports. The European Space Agency will make another attempt to send a satellite to Jupiter today after yesterday's launch was called off due to bad weather. I think there was light
Window to get the launch right. They will try again.
weather. It can scupper things, can't it? Ladies' Day and Day 2 of the Grand National Festival at Aintree. It was just rather beautiful, wasn't it? Got to take those moments. Let's take a look at today's papers. The Times.
Yeah, it's
a huge
awful
explosion.
incident. Just
Huge explosion.
Quite a lot of the papers, and we'll be reflecting on it in the programme this morning, talking about Mary Quant. And there are some lovely little anecdotal pieces. This is inside the Daily Mail. And some of the models. Now, this is a lot more than just, I say that, just fashion design. Something very different was going on at the time that she kind of represented.
And it's that spirit of entrepreneurship as well, starting out at the time when there weren't many women in the business. We're going to be talking to Wayne Hemingway, fashion designer, and also a good friend of Mary Quant's, Heather Tilbury Phillips, who's a friend of the family, will be honouring Mary Quant's life and legacy a little later in the programme. This tickled me when I showed this to you earlier. I'm sure everyone watching will be able to
vegetables that look like things or people. And I think I've seen quite a few over the years, and I think that's quite good. Look-alike potato that looks like a seal.
OK.
I do think it's quite good.
I'm sure lots of people would agree as well. So roller coasters, I think you and I have established that we've not been. This image had been posted on social media. They said the person who tweeted the picture was on the ride before, took the picture and said it was cold, it was raining, it was windy. Staff did a great job getting everyone down, though. Although Blackpool Pleasure Beach does offer climbs to the summit of the big one, only during good weather.
Not interested.
I don't think they were asking you particularly. 235 feet, 72 metres.
That's horrible. Just I'll show you this one picture, right? Here's a man who could deal with that situation.
It's the future. 20 minutes past 6 is the time. After the birth of a baby, most of the time the umbilical cord and placenta are discarded, but they can be a vital source of stem cells used in life-saving treatment for people with genetic disorders or blood cancer.
The Anthony Nolan charity is now urging more people to sign up to donate their cord, especially those from ethnic minority backgrounds, as Celestine Ololude reports.
Technology and something that's so simple. At 10 to 9, we're going to talk to the chief executive of the Anthony Nolan charity and Dr. Kelly Shirley, who has donated her umbilical cords from her babies.
We're taking a decline in cinema audience numbers this morning, and Hannah's an independent cinema in Sheffield.
I think if we had... Thanks, Hannah. If we had popcorn here, that would be a disaster.
Oh, I wouldn't want popcorn at this time in the morning, I'm afraid. It wouldn't do it for me.
It's not good for the voice this time in the morning.
I don't think so.
No. Time to get the news, travel and weather. Wherever you are, we'll see you in a few minutes.